The newest Shadowverse Evolve set, Reign of Bahamut, is incredible, and today we are going to talk about it. It is Booster Set 2 in the Shadowverse Evolve saga, and it has some of my favorite cards in the Shadowverse sphere in it, and I can't wait to talk about it. This video is also going to serve as kind of like a tip for folks who are looking for additional Shadowverse Evolve resources, because we're going to highlight one website in particular. Here we have the official Shadowverse Evolve English site, but unfortunately, they do not yet have the English cards up on the website. They do typically have, a database of the cards, but they don't have the English versions on the website yet, and you can kind of sort it, by set or by type or whatever, and we just click Booster Set here, and they only have the first set, Advent of Genesis. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to look at, the Set 2 list from the official Shadowverse Evolve website, but it is pretty good. If you check it out, look at this. It's pretty sweet. Instead, we're going to use a fan-made website called shadowcard.io, which has translations of the Japanese cards. And that's like all of the Japanese cards, and not just of like the English sets, but sets in the future. So if you are looking to kind of check out what's to come in set 3, 4, 5, hey, shadowcard.io. I personally prefer the actual English cards, but this is still a very, very useful website, so I just want to give them a shout out here. Okay, so from here, we're just going to go to card database, and then from there, you want to go to select pack, and here you can see all of the different packs. We are going to pick Reign of Bahamut, which is set 2, and then we are going to talk about them. We're not going to talk about literally every single card. We're going to just talk about some cards that I think are worthy of talking about. And hey, if I miss some, because I probably will, especially the Swordcraft cards, let me know in the comments down below what cards I missed and why they are worth talking about. Okay, so first up, we have my boy, one of my favorite cards in Shadowverse history, a card that carried me into AA rank in the official Shadowverse client way back in the day. We have Albert, Levin, Saver, Sky Knights, Assemble. All right, I love Albert. He's awesome. Albert is a 4-drop 3/5 with Storm and Evolve 3. He's a little less strong in this version of the game. You can't 10 your opponent in the face. You can 6 your opponent in the face, but you can't 10 your opponent. As just a 3/5 Storm for 4, that's pretty good stats, especially if you can buff him with some other cards that we're going to talk about in just a little bit. But his Evolve form makes it so you can attack twice, which is cool. The Evolve form is still a 3/5 with Storm. On Evolve for the rest of this turn, this follower doesn't take combat damage, so he's really good at killing your opponent's stuff. And then strike, refresh this follower, perform this ability only once per turn. So he basically says, hey, opponent, you gotta kill me, otherwise you're gonna get punched in the face for another 6 next turn. He's pretty strong, and that's a total Evolve of 7 base, or 6 if you have an Evo point, which is pretty good. Yeah, Albert is a really, really sweet card. So I'm probably gonna be playing with Albert a decent amount in my Swordcraft decks. He's not super meta in the Japanese version, but I like Albert a lot, and I'm definitely going to be playing with him. I'm not sure if it's a 3 of, but he might be like a 2 of or a 1 of in my deck. Being able to just search him up and then smash your opponent for 6 is pretty sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. And so yeah, that's Albert. And like I said, we're not going to talk about every single card, but just cards that I think are worthy of talking about. Next up, we have Alexander. As a sword stan, I'm going to be talking about a lot of sword cards. Alexander is a 6-drop, so more of a mid-range card. 5/9, Rush, Assail, which is really, really good. He's really good at killing your opponent's stuff. Alexander's almost like a board wipe, and it says whenever this card deals damage to an enemy follower by battle, refresh this card. So we can just like smash, 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 and just kill all your opponent's stuff. He's a 5/9, so he's really good at doing that. Honestly, I'd like running a couple copies of Alexander, maybe at least one, once again, because Sword has just the ability to just tutor for a lot of different stuff, and I like having at least one Alexander in your deck, maybe 2, but just having that option, having that ability to just wipe your opponent's board, I think is really, really sweet. So yeah, I like Alexander quite a bit. Next up we have is Best Girl Amelia. Silver Paladin. Amelia is a 3/3 for 4. Fanfare, choose one of the following. You can either select a follower that costs 3 play points or less in your hand and put it onto the field, so it's pretty good. Or select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 4 damage. I really like Amelia because she's a nice little 2-for-1. You can play her and then just kill something. You can also play her and just turbo out another card from your hand. Also, she is one of the cards that has like the fancy alt art. This is the Japanese version of it. It might be slightly different, but I like Amelia. She's great. She's not like in the other version where she's just automatically summons a dude, like a token. You have to have one in your hand, but I still like it. I like Amelia. She's cool. Next up, let's talk about Anne. Anne is a 4/5 for 4. Pretty good stats. If Greya, the Dragonborn, is on your field, this card costs 2 less to play, so she's only a 2-drop, which is also quite good. And then she has Evo for 1, and then her Evo version has great art. Says, on Evolve, search your deck for an academic follower. I can say the words correctly. With a name different than this card, reveal it and add it to your hand. So it's a nice little tutor if you're going to be doing academic stuff. I don't recall if you are, but if you are, that's pretty good. And the Evo cost isn't too much, which is not too bad. Evo cost is just 1. So yeah, it's great. And also Anne is just a really, really beloved character. Archangel Reyna. We're not really going to talk about this one all that much. It's she's a, you know what, we'll bring her up. She's a 4/5 with Ward, which is actually not bad for 4. She's just a neutral card, and you can evolve her. And when you evolve her, you recover X play points, where X equals the number of face-up cards in your evolve deck. Then turn all face-up cards in your evolve deck face down. She's actually really cool for like an evolve style strategy. So maybe I'm coming around to this card. It's kind of cool. Avant Blader, I think, is actually pretty good. I should open that in a tab, not in the same page. Avant Blader is a 4/4 for 4 with an Evo of 1. And then when you Evo her, you get to go tutor for some stuff, I believe. Yeah, she becomes a 5/5, so that's pretty great. And it says, search your deck for up to 2 officer followers, reveal them, and add them to your hand, which is really, really good. Just having that tutor ability is very, very strong in Sword. And this one might make it into some decks. Just anytime you get a tutor for stuff, tutor for 2 cards in particular, I feel is fairly strong. I'm not sure if Azazel's going to see much play. Well, we'll show Azazel here. So he's a 6/6 for 7. Necro Charge 10. This card costs 3 less to play, so he's a 4-drop. Evolve for 1. Bane Fanfare. Each opponent discards a random card. That's not too bad. I think he's not too bad for like maybe a mid-range style deck. And then on Evolve, change the enemy's leader's health to 10. Yeah, I mean, like, that's not nothing, right? That's could be 10 damage, depending on what you're doing to your opponent. So maybe in like mid-range style deck, Azazel can get in there. Let's see. Let's just skip to Bahamut. So Bahamut is one of the key cards of this set. One of my favorite cards. I've played Bahamut so many times in digital. He's similar. So Bahamut is a 9-drop, 9/9 neutral card with Evolve 0. If there are 2 or more enemy followers on the field, this follower can't attack enemy leaders, very similar to his digital version. But Fanfare, destroy each other follower on the field. So he basically rats, and you're left with a 9/9, which is pretty cool. His Evolve form also blows up amulets. So his Evolve form, once again, a little bit smaller than the, I believe the digital version is a 13/13, but still 11/11 is not bad. If there are 2 more enemy followers on the field, this follower can't attack enemy leaders. On Evolve, destroy each amulet on the field. I think Bahamut is awesome. I think Bahamut is really, really good for like your ramp dragon deck. Really good like finisher for a lot of like control style decks. I have played a lot of Bahamut in the past. I definitely think this is one of the key cards of the set, one of the key neutral cards next to my girl Olivia. We have Beast Callers, or Beast Call Aria. I think this card, if it's as good as it is in digital, it'll be played a lot. So it's a 3-drop. Fanfare, summon a Holy Falcon token. Activate for 2 play points. Engage this. Put this card in your cemetery. Summon a Holy Tigers. That's pretty similar, right? You get the Falcon, and then you get the Tiger. Tiger's a 4/4, and I do believe the Falcon is a 2/2 with Storm, maybe? It says it on the card, but obviously we don't have the translation of it here. I do believe it. The Falcon is a 2/2 with Storm. or rush at least. One of those things. This one might make it into your amulet decks. There's a really cool Haven deck that you can make post set 2, which is really sweet. Once again, I'm gonna skip over a lot of these. If there's any in particular that I missed that you want to talk about, please let me know in the comments down below. I don't want to talk about too many of the forest cards, but I do want to talk about Lily and Tia, because I don't know, these are cards that are just like, they're also really cute, and I think Forestcraft players will like to you know, play with these. So Lily is a 2-drop 1/3 Evo 2 fanfare. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You can reveal a Crystallian follower or a Pixie follower among them, add it to your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So that's a great little card selection. And then her Evo version is a 2/4 on evolve. Select an enemy follower on the field. Its owner puts it on the bottom of their deck. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to highlight this card. She is great removal. Yeah, just good removal. In like different ways, but also like really interesting ways, because if your opponent is playing Abysscraft, it doesn't add to their Necro charge because it goes on the bottom of their deck. It gets around other like effects. It's a sweet card. And then you know, it also still has the rush, and also still gives you that that card advantage for the enter effect. So yeah, I like Lily. Next up, we have Tia. Tia is a 2-drop 1/1 with Evo 1 fanfare combo 3. Summon a Crystallia Eve token, and let's pull up a Crystallia Eve token. It's a 4/4, pretty good, right? So combo 3. Which means you have to, you know, play 3 cards. You get a 4/4 in addition, which is pretty sweet. So you can go like, obviously you can go like Fairy Crystallia, or is it just Fairy Crystallia? I don't remember the exact wording on combo, because honestly I don't play a lot of forest, but because I'm not sure if it's like, if it counts the card. It might count the card. I don't remember. But either way, pretty good, especially if you have the 0-drop the 0-drop fairies, which is sweet. But also she has an Evo effect, and it says select a Crystallia Eve token on your field, give it +1/+1 and rush. So it makes your Eve a 5/5 with rush. Pretty sweet. I'm honestly not sure how much Tia is played, but I think she's cool, and I think she's probably worth playing, especially if you're playing with a lot of combo and fairies. I like Lily quite a bit though. I like the removal, and I also like the card selection. So that has everything that I want, really. Card advantage and removal. Dance of Death is a card that was played quite a bit in digital. So I think it's a little bit better because it's not a 5-drop. It's a 4-drop now. It's a neutral. It's just select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 5 damage. Deal 2 damage to the enemy's leader. So it's a little bit different. In digital, it just straight up destroys a follower, but on this one it deals with 5 damage. So it's a little bit more of a corner case. It's still like removal for 4. It doesn't really kill some of like the super scary stuff out there, but it still does a decent amount, and it deals 2 damage to the enemy leader. I can maybe see this played in a sort of aggro deck where you just want to kill ward units and then punch your opponent in the face, so you can deal 5 damage to their ward unit, 2 damage to their face, and then just crundle on in with your dudes. Maybe. Here we have one of my favorite cards of the set. This would be in like, you know, my top cards. I probably will do like a top 5 at some point after the set has released, so I can give you my full opinion after actually playing with the cards. But I love Daria. If you watched my first video on Shadowverse Evolve, or I guess it's my second video on Shadowverse Evolve, but my big video where I gave away a Daria playmat because I really love Daria. She's one of my favorite characters. She's way different in Evolve than in digital, but she's still really cool. So she's a 6-drop 5/5 with Evo 1 fanfare. Discard your hand, put the top card of your deck in your EX area, repeat until your EX area is full. While this card is in your field, include both spells and runecraft followers when counting spell chain, which is really cool. So you can have like a pretty high spell chain and also incorporate more followers. And then she has a really sweet Evo. And it says, on Evolve, select a follower in your EX area. For the rest of this turn, it costs 5 less to play. So this is kind of her way. In digital, she basically, you get your hand, you draw some cards, and then you spell boost them all 5. This is Shadowverse Evolve's way of kind of doing that, right? It reduces the cost of one of your followers in your EX area by 5. And then also select a spell in your EX area. It does the same thing. It costs 5 less to play. While this is on your field, include both spells and runecraft followers while counting your spell chain. This is a card that you want to play in your D-shift decks to take extra turns, and then to smash in and kill your opponent with a combination of Daria and whatever else you're going to be playing from your EX area. Remember, your EX area basically counts as an extra hand, so you can play the cards from your EX area. Really cool. Daria is awesome. One of my favorites. Yeah, really, really cool. I think Daria obviously will see a lot of play. I think she's an absolute staple for Runecraft for a while, and cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait. This will probably be my first Runecraft deck tech on the channel, because I've just been waiting for Daria. Love it. Love Daria. Next up, we have another one of my favorites, just in Shadowverse and Reign of Bahamut history, obviously. And I have a figure of her in the back. You can see her wing right here. This is Dark Angel Olivia. This is one of the chase cards of the set. This is one that you will want a full playset of. Dark Angel Olivia is gas. So she is a 5-drop, 5/5, and I think she's better in Evolve than in the digital version. So, fanfare, choose up to 2 of the following effects. You gain 1 evolution point, give your leader +3 health, draw a card, or each opponent discards a card. She makes your opponent discard cards. And she actually synergizes in multiplayer if you want to play multiplayer Shadowverse Evolve, which I think is super, super cool. This just like playing it, get an Evo point, draw a card, play it, heal 3, draw a card, your opponent discards card. This is such a sweet card. I love Dark Angel Olivia. She is definitely one of my favorites. And get yourself, like I said, get yourself a full playset of this card. You will play her quite a bit. Yeah, she's awesome. She does everything. Except for kill stuff. She doesn't kill stuff. But that would be... We have other cards to kill stuff. Yeah. Easily one of my favorite cards of the set. All right. Let's kind of scroll down here. Draconic Fervor. I'm not sure if this one is as played in Evolve as it was in Digital, but in Digital, this was a house. It's a 5-drop spell. Increase your maximum play points by 1. Heal 3. Draw a card. Yeah, maybe. It's 5-drop, so you're like ramping at 5, but I mean, you can get to crazy high numbers if you're like Oracle into like Fervor, turn later. Yeah, this one might. I don't know. I don't know if it sees play or not, but traditionally it does. This is a card I think you should keep an eye on for sure. This one's interesting. The Flute. I'm not sure if the Flute actually makes a huge impact, but it's a 1-drop Dragoncraft Amulet. If this card is discarded, put a Hellflame Dragon token into your EX area. Okay, maybe this one is just for the discard deck, which we will talk about. Fanfare, 3 play points. Summon a Hellflame or Hellframe Dragon into your area, and then draw a card. Pretty sweet. So that would be a 4-drop to summon a dragon, and then draw a card. Activate, engage this card, discard a card, put a Hellflame Dragon into your EX area. You can only do this if Overflow is active, and I do think we have it'll be at H for the Hellflame Dragon, but yeah, I think this one is played in the discard dragon deck, or at least I think you should consider it for sure. Once again, we're going to skip over a bunch of these. There's a bunch of these that like have synergy with discards and all that kind of stuff. I do want to mention Elena's Prayer. This is traditionally in Shadowverse a meta warping card. It's a deck in and of itself. We'll see if this one becomes a thing in Evolve. I'm not 100% sure if it does, because the deck that I'm thinking of for Haven doesn't really use this card. It uses Aegis. We'll talk about Aegis when we get there, but this is once per turn, when your leader's defense is increased, give each follower on your field +1/+1. So that's exactly what Prayer does in Digital, and you build whole decks around it where you just have a lot of life gain cards that like draw you cards, and then you just play cards that also synergize with life gain and just pump your team. And yeah, it's a whole archetype in Digital. This is just a card that you need to keep an eye out on. I'm not sure, once again, you're gonna hear this a lot, if this is going to be a meta card, but definitely keep an eye out on Elena's Prayer. You can do some stuff with it. Elfgirl Liza, I think this one is actually kind of interesting. For Forestcraft, she's just a 2-drop 2/3, good stats. When this is on your field, followers in your field take 1 less damage from spells and effects. Pretty good for like kind of protecting your board. Also, she's super cute. I'm not sure, once again, but seems like a pretty good sideboard tech. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about Seraph. So Seraph is a deck. This is what you use with Aegis. We'll talk about Aegis in just a moment. But Seraph is a way different card in Evolve than in Digital, because in Digital it is a win con. This one's a little bit different. It doesn't just win you the game outright, which is kind of a bummer, but it's different. So, that's cool. It says, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. At the start of your end phase, put a prayer counter on this card. Then, if this card has 4 or more prayer counters, put it into your cemetery, give your leader plus 10 health, which is quite different than the other card. Search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them to your EX area. They cost 0 play points to play. So basically what you want to do here is you want to get your Seraph out, survive for a few turns, and then dump double Aegis, or Aegis plus something else. Yeah, so Seraph is cool. It helps you cheat out some big old fatties. You definitely want 2 powerful cards. You can even get like let's see, this is you just get 2 cards and they cost 0. You can get like a Bahamut and Aegis, so you can like Bahamut to wipe the board and then play Aegis and then just try to kill your opponent. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll talk about that kind of stuff. Oh, this is what I mentioned. The Fairy Wisp, the one that costs 0. Yes. All right, we're gonna skip ahead. Poor Kaiser does not summon the carrot in this version of the game. He just blows up dudes. I don't think Kaiser is as good in this as Digital, which is a little of a bummer. All right, top of the pile here. Let's see what else we got here. We have Greya. Sure, we'll show off Greya because we showed off Anne. So Greya, 4-drop, 5/4. If Anne is on the field, costs 2 less to play. Activate, engage this card. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. Pretty good. If Anne is on your field, deal it 6 damage instead. Yeah, not too bad. I'm not sure if... Once again, I don't think I'm going to be doing this in Runecraft. I'm going to be doing Daria taking extra turns shenanigans with D-Shift, but still kind of cool. And I like the character, so... Gotta point that out. Big fan of the Gunner Maid. So Gunner Maid is a 2-drop 1/3. Fanfare, search your deck for a princess follower, reveal it, add it to your hand. Pretty sweet. Just go tutor for a princess. Any of the tutor cards, I think, are always worth paying attention to because you can always, build around it. And I think this card gets better later. I don't remember exactly what princesses we have. I assume Otohime is a princess, but I'm not sure what other princesses we have. But once again, this is just a card. Just keep an eye out on. Keep an eye on it. It's just a bronze, but yeah, seems cool. We have Hamza. Let's just talk about Hamza because he's the duck. he's the duck, dude. Hamza, 3-drop, 0/3. Reveal the top card of your deck and give this follower plus X. X equals the cost of the revealed card, so you can make Hamza a big old duck. Yup, big old duck. Quack quack. All right, let's get to some actual stuff. With Heavenly Aegis, this is the card that you go and search for with your Seraph. Aegis is an 8-drop, 8/8 Evo 2. Evolve this follower. You can also discard 3 cards from your hand to evolve this follower. So you can either pay 2 to Evo him or discard 3 cards to Evo him. As Aura, and this follower cannot be destroyed by card effects. So once again, works really well with Bahamut because Bahamut cannot destroy Aegis. And then once you evolve Aegis, it becomes a 10/10 with Aura that says this follower cannot be destroyed by card effects. On evolve, this follower takes no damage until the start of your next main phase. So you have just an entire turn of Aegis just sitting there being like, hey, I'm gonna absolutely dunk you. You can do like an OTK kind of thing if you do Seraph and you get 2 Heavenly Aegises, put them both on that turn, you Evo one of them. You play it for free. You Evo one of them, and on the second turn, you Evo the other one, and then play Bahamut from your hand to blow up the board and attack him for 20. Hey, it's something you can do. Or you can just get insane value. This is a must-play card. This is there's an entire deck formed around it. Like I said, if you're playing Haven, one of the best strategies going forward is the Seraph Aegis deck. Really good stuff there. Oh, here's the Hellflame Dragon. Yeah, it's the ones that Zernitra makes, right? Yeah, 4/3 Rust. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is what the flute summons. The Hellflame Dragon. It said frame in the thing. Oh, here's a Holy Falcon token as well. Was I right? 2/2 Storm? Hell yeah, let's go. I play so many card games, it's like hard to keep track of like everything. And I was like, I'm pretty sure in the digital, it's like a 2/1 with Storm. So 2/2 Storm, pretty good. Holy Tiger, 4/4 Rush, pretty sweet. All right, let's talk about the Dragoon. Once again, this is an archetype defining card. If you want to play Discard Dragon, you play with the Dragoon. So Dragoon is an 8-drop 6/6 with Evo 1 fanfare. Deal X damage to each enemy leader and follower on the field. X equals the number of cards in your hand, then discard your hand. And that sounds like a really bad downside, but keep in mind that you're playing this discard deck and you're going to get advantage from discarding those cards because they're going to like do stuff when they get discarded. And then the Evo version is on Evolve, draw 3 cards. Yeah. So you discard your hand, blow up your opponent's board, hit him for a bunch of damage, and then you Evo him. He's a 7/7, and you're going to draw 3 cards. Once again, this is an archetype defining card. This is, if you're playing Discard Dragon, you are playing a full playset of Imperial Dragoon. I know people are just waiting to play this card. This is one of the key cards of the set, especially for Dragon. All right, let's go on a little bit. I think Kaguya is actually pretty cool. So let's talk about Kaguya. Kaguya is a Haven Craft follower, 5-drop 4/4 with Evo 2. Whenever an amulet is put into your field, select an enemy follower on the field and deal X damage. X equals the cost of the amulet. So, you know, it's a really good like amulet synergy style card. And it says fanfare, select an amulet in your hand that costs 3 or less and put it onto your field. So you immediately get to, you know, do a little wombo combo. You play Kaguya, you play your amulet, maybe like you're the one that summons the tiger and the bird, and you deal some damage. And then she has her Evo form, which is, she's a 5/5, which is pretty good. She was a 3/3 before, right? Oh, she's a 4/4. Okay, still pretty good. +1/+1. Whenever an amulet is put in your field, select an enemy fall on the field and deal X damage. Same thing as the other side. But also when you evolve, summon an ephemeral moon token, give your leader +3 health. So let's go back. We want to talk about Kaguya, so let's go find the ephemeral moon. Should be here. So the ephemeral moon is a 3-drop amulet. When this card is on your field during your turn, your Kaguya cannot take damage. At the start of your main phase, banish this card. So it just kind of protects your Kaguya on your turn, so she can kind of like attack and kill something. Kaguya just kind of like is a good little like enemy killer. Just kills a bunch of dudes. Pretty sweet. And I do believe it says whenever an amulet is put onto your field, select the follower and deal X damage. So you do trigger the ephemeral moon and deal 3 damage. Cool. And I like it. I don't really know if Kaguya is played all that much, but what I do think is that it's interesting enough that I wanted to talk about it. Seems cool. Let's see. We have, I'm not sure if this is going to be in the set, but we do have a VTuber leader. Cool. If you like the VTuber, hey, there you go. Here's a cute leader version of that. And then we also have the alt art version. This is Vania. We'll talk about Vania when we get to Vania, but this is the alt art version of Vania. I want to talk about like actual Vania when we get there. Let's see. Next up, we have one of the most important cards, in my opinion, for Swordcraft. We have Leonidas. This card is a house, a mid-range powerhouse. So Leonidas is a 6-drop 5/6 with Evo 1. That's it. Except when you Evo him, he becomes a 6/7. That's the same stats, right? I'm not crazy. Oh, he gets +1/+1. I am crazy. Select enemy follower on the field, deal 5 damage to it and this follower. Last words, summon Leonidas resolve token. So you actually want Leonidas to die because this resolve is insane. So what you do here is you play Leonidas, you evolve him, deal 5 damage to it and an enemy follower, and then you use him to attack and kill another follower. So you kind of get a nice little 2-for-1 here, except you get this token. And the token is just nuts. The token is an 8-drop amulet, but you get it for free, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Whenever a Swordcraft follower is put onto your field, give it +3/+3 and rush. It +3/+3 is so crazy. So yeah, you just whenever you get a follower, it gets +3/+3. So your quick bladers now hit for 4. Your novice troopers now hit for what? They're like 3/3s in this game, so they hit for 6. Albert can punch your opponent for 12 because he'll do 6 and then 6. Yeah, this is a amazing card. So yeah, Leonidas is mid-range sword's best card that you're getting from this set. I do believe. Very, very strong. Very, very good. All right. We are running out of a little bit of time. Hey, look, here's a really cute Forest Craft leader. If you like that, she's got a little teddy bear. Really great artist, by the way. One of my favorites. We are gonna just kind of mosey along. This is a Vampiric Fortress, just another alternate art card. The planet Lapalon. Is Polyphonic Roar used in this? I'm not sure. So it's a 5-drop amulet. This is a card that is used in digital. Once during each of your turns, whenever dragon token comes on your field, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 5 damage. I don't know. That's an I don't know. Ooh, Prim. This is the leader that I hope to pull from this because she is the Swordcraft leader and she's really cute. And so this is the Swordcraft leader that I want. So yeah, give me that. All right. We got a couple more pages left to go. There's a couple more cards that I definitely want to talk about here. I think Red Hot Ritual is just a nice little card that you're probably going to play in your dirt craft. Is this a dirt card? It might be a dirt card. Amulet, Earth. Yeah, it is. It's just a stat card. Fanfare. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage. I'm not sure if it's used in Dirt Rune, but I feel like it probably is. Just a nice little card to clear the board, deal some damage there. I'm not sure about some of these cards. Good old Samurai. He's just a 3/2 that you can activate. You can pay 3 play points. Give him Storm and Bane. 5-drop. Storm 3/2 Storm Bane. Maybe. Sapphire Princess. We're just gonna kind of skip through a lot of these cards. Siegfried is kind of cool. Siegfried is a 3/3 for 4. Evo 1. Fanfare, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 2 damage. And then Evo, select an enemy follower on the field with 3 or less defense and destroy. You can get a nice little 2-for-1, but it's a little situational here. I'm not sure if you're going to be playing Siegfried over any of the other ones, like the starter deck dragon that dome stuff for some damage. But I don't know, maybe actually. Now that I think about it, only does 2 damage though. I don't know. I still like him. I still like Siegfried, but he doesn't get any bigger. He stays a 3/3. Not sure. Not sure on that one. All right. Soul Dealer. Let's talk about Soul Dealer because I think this card is sweet. Soul Dealer is a 6/5 for 4. Really, really good stats. Evo 2. It also has Ward and Fanfare, deal 3 damage to your leader, but that's not exactly a downside in Abyss. It helps you trigger your, hey, when I took damage, do some stuff effects. And then he is Evo 7/6 Ward. On evolve, select an enemy follower on the field, destroy it, and give your leader plus X health, or so heal, where X is that follower's attack. Good. I think this card's really good. Like really, really good. Because it's only a 4-drop. It evos for 2. So even if you like have to pay brass tax for this, so 6 for a you pay 6 for a 7/6 ward. You take 3 damage, but then you blow up something on your opponent's field and then you heal. So you can kill your opponent's like Bahamut and heal for like 9 or something like that. That's like, one of the best cases, but still just really, really good. I think Soul Dealer is very sweet. Yeah. If you're playing Abyss, you're probably going to be playing some sort of Soul Dealer, unless you're playing like super hyper aggro, but even then the stats are just really good. I like Soul Dealer quite a bit. All right, let's see what we have up here at the top. Sun Oracle Pascal. Let's talk about Pascal. Pascal is a 3/5 for 4. This is a Runecraft card. I think this is a dirt card. Yeah, it is. So Fanfare, summon a magic sediment token. Quick activate, engage this card, Earthright, select an enemy follower on the field and give it -2/-2. Quick activate, engage this card, Earthright, select a follower on your field and give it +2/+2. I'm not sure how this is really used. I don't really know Dirt Rune all that much. Like I said, I play Daria and I plan on playing Daria Rune, but she's cute. And I don't know, seems cool. Let me know. Dirt Rune players, are you playing Pascal? I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's go to Kawi. All right. Once again, I'm not entirely sure if Kawi is played in Evolve, but Kawi is just so sweet. So Kawi is a 5/5 for 5. I feel like his stats got better, and I feel like it costs less too. in I think he's like a 7-drop 4/5 or something like that in digital. But I think they have the same effect. So he has Ward, Last Words, select an enemy follower on the field, destroy it, and give your healer plus X, where X equals that follower's attack. So you basically heal for the attack of your opponent's thing when this dies. Really sweet. I really like Koyubi for like your mid-range style Abyss deck. I think, once again, I think Abyss gets way better mid-range with set 2, so you can kind of build it in a different way, and Koyubi is just super, super good. This is a card that like sees a ton of play in digital, and it's better here because it's a 5-drop, and you get a pick. In digital, it's random. It kills one of your opponent's things at random. Or does it kill like their strongest thing? I think it might kill their strongest thing in digital, but you don't get a pick in digital. And in Evolve, you get a pick. Really good. Yeah, I like this card quite a bit. It's just a gold, but if you're playing your mid-range Abyss, there you go. Here is Unicorn Dancer. I'm only going to mention Unicorn Dancer because I think she ends up being... Like, if you're going to play the Elena style deck, I think this is pretty good because it's a 2/2. With Strike, heal your follower or heal your leader for 2. And she has Evo for 1. And then Evo, she just becomes a 3/3 with the same effect. But what makes it really good, it means you can attack immediately, heal your healer, or heal your leader, and then get your Elena trigger, which is pretty cool. And remember, Elena is whenever you heal, all your dudes get +1/+1. So, yeah. Once again, I don't know if the heal Elena deck is anything in Evolve. I'm probably going to be just wanting to do Seraph and, get my Aegises out and crundle on in. Okay, let's talk about Vania. I really like Vania. I think she's pretty cool for like the aggro style deck. Not as much for the mid-range style deck, but perhaps. So she is a 2-drop 2/2 fanfare. Give this follower +X+X, where X equals number of forest bat tokens on your field. Activate for 1 play point. Put a forest bat token on your field into your cemetery. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage, and then deal 1 damage to that follower's leader. So basically, she really cares about her bloodkin, right? And unfortunately, this version doesn't make bloodkin, where the digital version does, but this is a little bit different. She wants you to have other cards that give you bloodkin, and then you can use those for some damage. I think this could be pretty good in like an aggro style blood deck, but yeah. Most of the Abyss, I said blood deck, most of the Abyss decks that I've been kind of like playing around with and theory crafting are more of the mid-range style, and they don't really use Vania, but I don't know. If you have a cool build for Vania and like the bat deck, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. This one does bats, right? Hold on. Vampiric Fortress, 1-drop. It's a amulet. Fanfare. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You can reveal a vampire from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. 1 play point. Engage. Put this into your cemetery. Summon a forest bat token. All right. Yeah. So this seems like something you want to do for like the whole vampire bat strategy. We have Vite, Vampire Noble, 2-drop 2/2. He's a little bit, I think it was a 3/2 in the other version. And I think he had Ward in the other version too. Anyway, Evolve, Strike, Summon a Forest Bat. Okay, pretty cool. If you want to play him with Vania. And then he becomes a 3/3, Strike, Summon a Forest Bat, Evo, put a Forest Bat into your EX area. Yeah, you definitely want to play Vite and Vania in the same deck. Kind of do like a little 1-2 punch vampire summoning thing. You can kind of see the beginnings of a deck here. I think you really want to play like mid-range to be completely honest. Like I think the vampire deck might be a little cute, but I don't know, maybe it's good. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, I really like White Paladin, at least from the digital version. Let's see how she's different. I don't actually know. Oh, she's better. I think she was a 3/2. So she's a 3/4 for 3, good stats with Ward. Activate for 2 play points, engage this card, summon 2 Shield Guardian tokens. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think the Shield Guardian tokens, last page, I think we skipped over them. Let's go find the Shield Guardian tokens. No, previous page, please. Previous page. Here we go. Shield Guardian is a 1/1 with Ward. Okay. So she summoned, that's what I figured. That's what they are in the digital version. So she summons for 2 play points, you get 2 1/1s, and you could just keep doing that. So maybe for like a more control or mid-range style deck, she's got really, really good stats. Like 3/4 for 3 is really good. I'm not sure if she makes it into like my aggro sword deck, but in like a mid-range sword, I think this could be pretty sweet. If you're running Banner, it's a 4/5 that summons 2 2/2s. For 5? I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. I'm going to play around with it. I'm not sure if it makes it into my deck, but it might. Ooh, Whole Souled Swing. Let's see if this makes it into my deck. Quick, select the enemy fall on the field, deal 3 damage, summon a Knight token. Yeah, maybe. Like, this is pretty sweet, right? Deal something 3 damage, summon a Knight, and then a Knight is just a 1/1. I'm down. I'm down. Yeah, this is just you know, if you discard a card this turn, costs 2 less to play. Cool card. Maybe makes it into the discard deck. I'm not sure. I know you want a lot of cards that like care about actively discarding. We have Witch Bolt. It's just a nice little removal. Deal 5 damage to a follower on the field, and then draw a card if you have an Evo card. Yeah. I'm not sure if this. Well, maybe. Does this make it into rune decks? Maybe. Seems cool. Drawing cards is cool. Killing things is cool. Yes, my dark. Oh, this is a Precious Bloodfang. Yeah, this is just summons some Force Bats. So if you're playing like the vampire deck, you get that. And then Urias, I think, has the biggest nerf I've seen. So Urias is a 0/4 for 2. Quick activate, engage this card, select an enemy fall on the field, and deal it 1 damage. What he used to do, by the way, in digital, I think it was like a 1/3 that whenever your opponent plays a unit, they take 1 damage. Quite a bit different. Not as good. Not as good. So yeah, that is Reign of Bahamut. This video is way longer than I thought it would be. But honestly, I think this set is just super, super sweet here. We're just going to go back to the start. There's a lot of really, really cool cards here. A lot of like deck defining cards with like your Darias and your Dragoons and your Aegises. You have stuff like Albert and Alexander and Leonidas for sword. I'm sure you have some cool stuff for Forest. I think Forest might not, but like you also have Bahamut and our girl Olivia here. So please let me know what you think of this set in the comments down below. I am buying a case of this set and I'll be opening it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the entire case opening. Maybe I'll do I'm not going to stream it. It takes way too much time. But maybe I'll do like a couple boxes here or there and then post my polls or something. I'm not sure. Let me know what you would like to see in regards to that. Let me know if you're picking up some Reign of Bahamut. I think it's really, really cool. If you are playing, I think, so here's the thing. When you really get down to it, there are some decks that I think are like breakouts from this. And if you're playing certain crafts, I think they're going to be very good. So like, I think Sword gets some really, really nice stuff. Obviously you get Albert, Alexander, and Leonidas. If you are playing, let's go to the next page. Well, actually, we can show it here too. I think if you're playing Dragon, you have Bahamut. I think Bahamut's also pretty good in Haven for the reasons I said before. Haven, you get Aegis. In Rune, you get Daria. Just everyone gets Olivia, and she's just insanely powerful. I think Bloodcraft gets, or Abysscraft gets some more mid-range options with that. Oh, what's his name? This guy right here, the Soul Dealer. So I think every craft gets some pretty cool stuff, no matter what craft you play. I think you get some really, really cool things. Once again, I'm not entirely sure what Forest craft gets, but there's some cool stuff here. Like definitely, like I think Lily's really sweet. Tia could be pretty cool. So yeah, let me know what you think of all this stuff down below. And we're definitely going to have a lot more Shadowverse Evolve content here on the channel in the coming weeks. We're kind of in this lull period between set 1 and set 2. And then once set 2 is out, I'm going to be doing some gameplay. I'm going to be doing some deck techs. And I'm going to be doing some box openings and all that kind of good stuff. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. See you next time.